Wi-Fi not working on your Xbox and you tried these and it's still not working? Let's talk Xbox. All right, let's talk Xbox, guys. So you're having trouble connecting to your internet and you want to know what's going on. Let's get to work. Let's head on over to settings. Let's go ahead and look for network settings. And then I need you to look for detailed network statistics over to the right. Fourth one down. Now, don't worry. If you cannot run this test, don't worry. Stand by. In a few minutes, I'll have a solution for you. But for those of you that are here with me and for those of you that can't connect, this is a really good information to follow along with. So, when you run your detailed network statistics, this is a breakdown of how fast your internet is running with your Xbox and how well it's running with your Xbox. So oftentimes the three things that I look for when I worked in networking land is download, upload, and packet loss. Download speed is how fast your internet runs to your Xbox. Now, I run at 100 download speed with Spectrum. So generally what's going to happen is I should get a report back from 80 to 100. I'm at 107, so I'm not going to complain, so I'm just going to leave that there. And then my upload speed is 10. That is the highest that I can get with them. So for them, I'm running at 11.40. So again, not complaining. So if you see anything lower, run a speed test on your network with your computer and just compare the two. Now remember, you're in a Windows, so if you have 100 and maybe you're running at 85, that's still okay. You're still doing all right. Now, packet loss is like a water hose. Think of it this way. If you have a hose that has 10 holes in it, and you're leaking everywhere, your packet loss is going to have a 10% leak. So what that means is that there's something that's disconnecting it or interrupting it. Oftentimes headsets or interference with things around the house like microwaves or routers or anything like that can cause issues. But that needs to come down. It needs to be at least under 2%. I don't even like 2%, but if you have to have one, 2% is okay. So that can be easily fixed just by a quick power cycle. Your MTU is maximum transmission units. This just means how fast your Xbox can run off your router. If that router is showing like lower, like some people will have 1380, that it's not fast enough for the Xbox to run off of. So you have to make sure that says 1480. Generally, everyone has that already set as a default. Latency, that changes every time you do this test. Anything under 100 is good. The lower, the better. Okay. Wireless strength. Wireless strength in network land was a problem for me because a lot of people would say, oh, no, I have full bars, or no, I have 100%. Yes, that's great. However, that just means your Xbox can see your router and your router can see your Xbox. The farther away you are from your router, the lower the number will be. Example, I had a guy who called in. His neighbor supplied the internet and they were sharing, but he was across the street, so he wanted to know why his wireless strength was at a 70%. I'll leave that to your imagination. However, if you see these numbers are good and they look okay, we're going to go ahead and head on over to our system update. For those of you that are not able to see the number, you'll probably will see an error, and that's okay. What we're going to do now is go back out, go down to systems, and I want you to click on updates and downloads. Once you get here, look for latest console update statuses. Okay, so once you get here, you're going to see three statuses. The first one is the last update. The last update is when Xbox has applied their update. So for an example, if they released an update on July 20th, usually within 2 to 3 days, you're going to get that update. That's for everybody. There's no stopping it. There's nothing you can do. It's just there. It's just something that they manually update to ensure that everybody is on the same dashboard. The second one is the last automatic update check. This is when every day it does a check, so it just tells you when the last check was, and it should be today's date. If it's anything earlier or if it has a future date, then something's wrong, and usually you have to re-update. The latest status should say update successful, like here. Now, if you see failed or pending, or even if you see update up to date, that's still a problem. So we need to have that to say successful. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and reset the console. Now, don't worry. When we get to the console info, we're just going to go to reset console, but I need you to make sure that you select reset, keep games and apps. So this way, all of your stuff will stay, The only thing you have to do is you have to restore your email and password. So make sure that you know all of your email and passwords before you move forward. When you're ready to reset your console, make sure you remove the disk and remove everything. Hard drives, charging stations, phone chargers, USBs, mouse and keyboards, and make sure that it's plugged in directly into the wall. Once you select Keep Games and Apps, you'll see the transition. It will fade to black, and then you will see this console shut down and basically go through a reset mode. Now, don't worry, it'll come right back on. If for whatever reason you get some type of error code, or if it doesn't restart, just turn it off and then turn it back on and see if it gives us anything different. Generally, it should start up by itself and allow us to go right back in here, and then it should restart. Once the console powers on, it will ask you to press the middle guide button, and then it's going to ask you to press A. At this time, this is going to show you your language and your location. Make sure you select the right ones, and then go ahead and select your network. This is where it's going to list all of the networks available in your area along with yours. Once you select your network, it's going to ask you for your password. If it works, it will go right onto the update. If it doesn't work and you get this message, which one is yours, but there's nothing there, then we need to reboot the router or maybe try with an Ethernet cable. If none of those work, then it definitely is going to need a repair. But let's say that it works. It'll say it's all good, and then it's going to ask you to select your region again, and then once you select your region, it's going to take you to your update. Now, once your update has been calculated, depending on how long you've been offline or if it just recently happened, it will then apply the update. Once that update is calculated, it will download, verify, and then apply. Keep in mind that your network plays a huge part in your update. So if it takes a little longer than expected, it's okay. Just make sure that it keeps running. Once you are done, it will then greet you with your sign-in page. In the upper right corner, type in your email, then your password. And then if you forgot your email, you can select forgot your account, or if you want to get a new email, you can do that as well. Once you are in, you will see an enhanced error reporting. This is actually giving Microsoft and the publishers of the games that you play report. So if there's a problem with your game or if it crashes, it actually sends them a report to let them know. So you can say yes or no, and then once you get here, you will then be greeted with your sign-in and security preferences. Of course, another video is coming soon about each one of these. No barriers means no passwords needed to sign in. Everything is just going to go right on in. You can pick up your controller and go. Ask for my passkey allows you to put in an extra passkey, so that way you don't have anybody signing into your account. This is really good for parents, and the lock it down feature, which allows you to block buying things and changing account settings and so on. Now, once you get here, it will ask you for some memberships upgrades. If you've already had that, you do not need to select those again. Just continue where you are and you should be good to go. And now you're done. If you made it this far, then you should be good to go. I always like to run a game or maybe check my network statistics. So I'll go back into my settings, go into the network settings, and click on the detailed network statistics, and I'll run that just to kind of see where I'm at. The download speed should be at 2.50 or higher. Your upload speed should be 0.50 or higher, and your packet loss should be under 2%. Anything out of that, then we definitely need to check your network. After you're done, go ahead and check out your console's update. I always like to make sure that that says successful. If it says pending, up to date, or failed, then that means it did not work. But I have a good feeling that this probably worked for you. If you have any questions, comments, or any other suggestions that you would like to see from me, please let me know down in the comment, and make sure that you guys like and subscribe. Support me. Let me know how you feel about it. Hopefully this helped you out and got you back online, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Bye.